From bacterial perspective, what I have in my colon, the species in me may not be the optimal setup for digesting these foods. Several dinner time, I thought I would just vomit, that I just felt so sick. My colon didn't work as well as when I eat cooked. My digestive system tanked. It tanked. Hi, this is Amy from Amy Vegan Life. Let's just stop the bullshit and start talking about what the raw food 7-day fully raw has done to me. I did the fully raw challenge really at the perfect timing that I didn't realize what's going on the internet until I finished the challenge and I starting to work on my post-challenge video. There's so much going on recently in just raw food community. So let's just do a quick post-challenge on how my body and mind was feeling during that 7-day fully raw challenge. And then we're gonna talk about something diet related. So for my body, I really feel good about eating fruit meals, but it was always really challenged when I was eating like a giant salad during the nighttime. So I normally feel nausea halfway through my salads. Just like I said, maybe I don't have a good bacteria or like a right enzyme to digest all these raw foods. But I do feel a lot of energy, like a lot more energy when I was working out. When I was going running, I don't feel tired easily. But I'm not sure it's because I eating raw food or not. There definitely were a lot of good things about eating raw food. Maybe that's what I give my body the signal saying these are good foods, that's why you should feel good. But there were a lot of problems during that 7 days as well. I feel dizzy a lot of time in the morning. I was literally editing my video in my couch for like hours until I realized it's time to eat breakfast. And I get up, normally I feel dizzy and I feel really I'm gonna just faint. So if you go on a raw challenge like I did, try to drink a lot of water and have some breakfast immediately when you wake up. I know my stomach was really appreciated for the simple foods I put in my body. I can feel that it's really easy to digest and my stomach didn't really give me a lot of acid reflux in the beginning. But it does feel really bad when I eat a big quantity of cold food. So I had to switch to this room temperature banana instead of the frozen one. I also had a lot of so-called detox symptoms. Well, that's why maybe I made fun of some people who actually tried a cooked food for 2 weeks while had done the raw food diet for like a couple years. Well, we need to give time to adjust, yes, but if you think cooked foods are toxic, well, why do you think we are detoxing towards to eating raw food? Why is not some of the raw food may be toxic? Like the nausea after a lot of weird greens. And I had horrible constipation 4 days after I eating fully raw. This might sound really awkward, but all the greens just packed in my belly and it didn't want to come out. It wasn't a pleasurable moment. As you guys watched my previous vlog, we went to a restaurant in Dallas, so had some gourmet raw vegan food. I have to say, raw food restaurant is so expensive. But the food, they tend to be high in fat, which my stomach feel immediately stressful about digesting these foods. Let's move on to the second part of the post-challenge. So I feel really well for the first couple of days, although I used the chronometer, which I don't suggest anyone to use it if you feel it's a trigger for your eating disorder, because I certainly did. I feel really being triggered by just looking at these numbers and thinking about maybe I had a little too much. People saying you have to work out for an hour at least, and should I work out more? I don't like the idea of counting calories, and I absolutely think it's a trigger for people to use chronometer, to think more about calories and just, you know, number in general, how much you're worth, or do you need to compensate by working out, all these stuff. Even just subconsciously, I think it's not a good thing. It's definitely a warning for you to take your mind off from all these countings. So as you guys know, I live in Texas and it's pretty cold right now. On the last 3 days, I just constantly craving something like warm tea, hot soup, stuff like that. And I got tired of like just a big salad basically for everyday dinner. It was somehow different, but it just a salad in different way, like make it look like noodle or make it look like rice. So I got tired, and I think my body was really craving the real cooked food. And now I finished my 7-day fully raw challenge. I didn't say that I just gonna go straight back to 100% cooked. I'm still gonna eat maybe sometimes smoothie in the morning, some fruit meal if I like, but I definitely have more cooked rice, pasta, potatoes, and all that kind of stuff. And I feel I like it a lot. I feel more satiated, but it's a great way to start eating more whole plants. If you feel like it's hard for you to taking off all these junks, even vegan junks, that you feel like it's not really great for your body, that you should maybe just try to eat more fruits. Try maybe just 1 day, 2 days. And once your body feels, I want something warm, then just go for it. So now I'm gonna talk about my opinion on raw food diet. It's definitely beneficial for short-term weight loss, detoxing, and just incorporate more whole foods without any excuse. That's a little commitment for yourself to say that I'm gonna stick with it and make your body feel good. But for the long term, especially in the winter, I don't think it's sustainable. If you think about it, hot tea, soup, hot stew, potato, rice, pasta, these dishes, I think they are really something our body want during the winter. So compared to fruits, the simple form of sugar, starch actually can stay in our belly longer. They gradually digest and gradually get into our bloodstream. It didn't make a little sugar crash every time when your fruits is fully digested. So I personally believe human evolution decided that we need starch and cooked foods in our diet, especially in the winter time. If you think about fruits, how easy it gets spoiled and rotten. And starch, like rice, potatoes, you don't cook them, you can put on the shelf for months. So I did this fully raw challenge isn't for making fun of these raw food people. I just want to experiment how I felt on a fully raw because I never tried it. So I watched many different raw vegan people on YouTube talking about their benefits being on raw and their opinions on cooked foods. Most of them think cooked foods are toxic, but I don't see any authority on their opinion of cooked foods. Where is the toxic come from? Where is the research can prove that cooked food is toxic? And of course I know there's a lot of research about how cooked foods starch-based have benefit people, like Dr. John McDougall and Neil Bernard and Dr. Greger from nutritional.org. There are so many of them. So many studies have done on the cooked foods and how it is sustainable, how it is beneficial for people's health, that they have actual medical license. Raw vegan, all these fanatic beliefs, it's just BS. They simply think they are superior to any of people who are eating cooked, who are eating meat. They only care about health. If you're a raw vegan out there watching my video and you think that eating cooked foods is totally toxic, so how about telling you I grew up on rice, noodle, potatoes, especially cooked veggies, tons of cooked veggies. We don't really eat raw veggies until I was high school. I've been introduced by all these diets, and I think salads are so low in calories and I can lose weight. Then I went on a sad diet. I'm not trying to blame my diet on anyone, but thinking about when I grew up eating all that kind of stuff, my parents, of course, they still have meats in their diet because they don't want to make a connection with it. That's another part of the story. But are they sick? Are they like can digest foods or constipated? No, they don't. There is a island on Japan called Okinawa that people just eating sweet potatoes for years throughout their life, and they live what? They live up to 120, even older. They are toxic, so why they can live that long? There is no optimal diet. I'm not here to say who is right, who is wrong. I'm just here giving you a whole picture of my opinion and what others think on this raw food diet, okay? I don't even call it lifestyle because it's not. If you want to be ethical about environment, you should think about stop eating meat, stop eating dairy and eggs because that hurting animals, that hurting the planet, you're using too much water. But fruits, really? If you only feeding yourself on fruits and veggie and you want every person on the planet to eat like that way, there's simply not enough fruits to feeding people. Bananas are dying. Even you can have tons of bananas right now, they are dying. So maybe you're wondering if I'm going back to a high carb, low fat diet because I told you that gourmet raw vegan food was making my stomach having acid reflux. And that means if I eat a raw food, low fat, and didn't cause it, and I only change a fat content, it caused me to have all these issues of my digestion system. Maybe it's the fats, right? Yes, I'm definitely going to eat less fats, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna cutting out to 80-10-10 or Roto 4 or high carb low fat. I wouldn't be bothered to tell people that I am on high carb low fat, but for me to have a eating disorder history, I certainly will incorporate a little bit of treats, maybe once or twice a week, because you need to allow your body, your mind to crave stuff and allow them to have it. And that's how you can break all these perfectionism, break all these mental issues. I think mental issues is somehow more important than what you eat and what diet you're on. Because if you are highly stressed about just eating some plant-based, high-fat foods, I bet you wouldn't feel good because stress also make your body become toxic to induce a lot acid in your body. How's that healthy just because you're eating low fat and had tons of stress? I just want people to realize there's always a best way for you to eat. Of course, I would be 100% support if you make a connection and trying to go vegan. But once you're on the vegan lifestyle, whatever diet you're on, that's up to you. That's your decision to make best for your body, for your mind, for every part of your body. That's what compassion is about. It's not trying to fit into any category of diets. So I think this is a great experience for me and also for you to learn to listen to your body, learn about yourself, to try out some new vegan foods, to try maybe fully raw for a few days, to try out some more fatty vegan foods and see how your body is reacting, trying to respond to it rationally. So if you need to get on any kind of diet to help your health, then go do it. Everyone has their different journey, has their different needs. Just like every doctor gonna tell you a totally different story about what diet you should on, what foods you should eat, what foods you shouldn't eat. For your health issues, for losing weight, for gaining weight, for maintaining weight, for improve your digestive system. Everyone has a different story. Who should we trust? So use your knowledge, use your research tools to understand a bigger picture of what is a diet means to you. I went vegan for ethical side of aspect. Sadly, I have to choose a certain way of eating to help my health issue. That might make me look like another girl on internet to sell some bullshit on what you should eat. So I want to disclaim here again. So I don't care about what diet you're on. Are you on raw to 4 or raw vegan or fully raw, or you wanna simply just be a junk vegan? I will always be truly happy for you if you find a best way to eat and you find a connection to really save the planet and trying to save the animals and thinking about what you've put in your body may be harmful to someone else. But if you do have similar issue like I have, I'll be so happy to share my experience, share my tips, and we can grow stronger, we can live happily as each individual. So let's grow this vegan community as sharing love, compassion, and friendly message instead of spreading out all these hates, nasty stuff, and just bashing each other or feeling superior to some other vegans. So if you like this video, please give it a big like, comment, share, and subscribe more of my video on Wednesday and Saturday. Follow me on all the social medias, especially Snapchat if you want to hear some of my spontaneous thoughts on all kinds of things. So see you in my next video. Stay awesome, stay vegan. Bye.